majority of MPs at Westminster voted to do this. 96% of Scottish MPs voted against it. 72% of Scottish people are not in favour of bombing Syria. So what we want to say today is, not in my name, we don't want Syria bombed. We want to deal with ISIS in other ways. It doesn't mean that we do nothing. It means that we deal with it more sensibly rather than risking the lives of thousands of innocent people. It isn't a choice between bomb Syria or do nothing. The other choices are you stop selling them arms, you stop buying their oil supplies, you cut them off at the source. It's not necessary to go in and just bomb entire towns in the hope of catching half a dozen terrorists that are causing destruction across the rest of Europe. So what we want to say today is we're sending out the message: Scotland does not want this, Scotland did not vote for this, and we are saying today, stop bombing Syria. Thank you.
People know that Jeremy Corbyn has been criticised for speaking and attending a dinner to stop the war. What we probably don't know is another 40 MPs joined a dinner for the arms industry only this week. Their annual arms fair at £250 a head. Nothing was said about that, and nothing was said about the conflict of interest they've got. The British government thinks nothing of spending money on war, but then makes cuts to council budgets, cuts to welfare and education. As we all know in Fife, the libraries are closing. The libraries are open for people to make use of. They're a social welfare for us all. Yeah, actually they're going to be cut so we can instead spend money bombing innocent people in the Middle East. And those people, when they flee and try and get safety by crossing the Mediterranean, face the horror of what we've seen in terms of the refugee crisis. That's the consequence of this war. That's the consequence of what the British government is doing. And like Marie says, we've got to say not in our name. The next speaker I'd like to introduce is Bill Mair from Socialist.
I think there's one louder on this one. Friends, my name's Bill Mair. I'm the candidate for the Scottish Parliament for Solidarity next year. And I'm here, like Marie, like Carlo, like all of us, to oppose the bombing in Syria. Now you can see my placard over here, with a picture of a big Viagra tablet on it. This is the shame George Osborne, the shame George Osborne. David Cameron gives us big, long, complicated reasons why we need to bomb Syria, why we need to bomb babies, women, civilians, children. He gives us all these reasons, and his Chancellor gives us the real reason. George Osborne reveals the real reason. He said in a prepared speech, George Osborne said, now that we're bombing Syria, we've got our mojo back. We've got our mojo back. The man's a lunatic. He's a lunatic. When we're told, friends, to beware of radical extremists, I say yes, radical, lunatic extremists, like George Osborne, leading us into this Tory war. It's been said by Carlo, they have no money for libraries, they have no money for schools, they have no money for hospitals, but they've got billions to murder Syrian babies, billions. Friends, I'm not going to take up a lot of time. I'm going to read now another statement from Brad Oliver. He's a representative of Veterans for Peace. His wife is very ill and he can't be here today. He asked me to read this out to you. Best wishes from Veterans for Peace and local rep Brad Oliver. Full support to the rally today from Veterans for Peace, and we hope to be able to attend future demos in the future. Thank you, friends.
Next speaker we've got is Lewis Akers from the Scottish Socialist Party.
Hi, I'm Lewis Akers from the Scottish Socialist Party, and they say that madness is doing things over and over again and expecting different results. And we seem to bomb countries over and over again and expect that there'll be different things will happen, but the same things happen. It breeds terrorism. It murders innocent civilians. And we need an end to that. Because the MPs at Westminster clearly haven't learnt the lessons of the past, that bombing other countries doesn't stop terrorism, it encourages it. And I'm from the Scottish Socialist Party, and we say welfare, not warfare, bairns, not bombs. We have a proud history, that predates my birth, and fighting against wars like Iraq and Afghanistan. And we're proud to stand here today and fight against this illegal bombing in Syria, the illegal bombing of innocent civilians, of children younger than our own. So we say bairns, not bombs, welfare, not warfare. Thanks very much for all coming along.
We've got just 2 more speakers left, and then what we're going to do is have a dine. We're asking everybody to lie down if you don't mind. We'll take a photo for the courier, and then we'll line up behind the banner that David's got, and then start the march. Don't get too cold. Okay, next speaker is Nick.
Hello everyone, nice to see a good turnout here today, but we are of course here to stand in opposition to what can only be described as a brutal and horrible act against a nation of innocent civilians. I've listened to all of the lies that have been given in justification for this war recently. One of the lies is that it's going to make us here in Britain safer. I think nothing could be further from the truth. I think actually quite the opposite is true, and that this could lead to even more disaster here in the UK. Not only that, it will lead to Islamophobia and a rise in anti-Muslim hate crime here in the UK, and that's something that we can certainly do without. One of the other lies that's been said in justification of this war is that it's going to bring peace to Syria. Now, in Syria just now, they've got France bombing civilians, they've got Russia bombing civilians, they've got the US, and they've also got Assad bombing civilians. British bombs are not going to solve the problem. British bombs are going to bring more misery, more death, more destruction. And that's why I think I'm pleased to see everyone here today, but we've got to make this march loud, we've got to make it vibrant, we've got to say this is not in our name. That's all. Thanks.
Final speaker here is Mick Taylor.
Right, there goes.
I've just been wanting to keep this short. I won't keep this short.
Coffee,
But a couple of ways of looking at the situation of bombs against the Syrian people. One way you can look at it, it's a liberal way of looking at it, is that this is an aberration. This is something this country doesn't normally do. It's not true. This is a British tradition. The RAF was formed in 1918 and began bombing Iraq in 1919. This is the 50th intervention in North Africa and the Middle East since the end of the Second World War. It's the way that Britain rules the world for its financiers and for its bankers, by projecting military power on the basis of basically high explosives against men, women and children. It's how Britain keeps things set up for its bankers and for its financiers. So we're here to stand against that disgusting British tradition of bombing people from one end of this planet to the other, and to say that that their road is the road of racism, austerity and imperialist war, and our road is the alternative of solidarity, of sense and of socialism. Hands off Syria.
We're going to do the dying now, so for those of you who have never died before, we're going to lie down on the ground. Sorry if you're going to get wet or dirty, but let's face it, I'm wearing a white coat, so I'm in the worst position here. You only need to stay still for about 30 seconds for the photographers to get some shots. Once the dying is finished, we're going to stand up and we're going to march. So to start the dying, we're going to sound a siren to sound like an air raid siren. Remember, this is happening to real people in Syria. People are dying in the streets. Their houses are collapsing on top of them, and nobody seems to care about this. So the siren is going to sound, can I ask you all to lie still on the ground? Quiet and comfortable. Okay, so you're ready to die? Thank you.
Now you have it. Ready? You're non-conformist.
Okay. Stop the war. Don't bomb Syria. Stop the war.
Don't bomb Syria.
Stop the war.
Don't bomb Syria.
Stop.
Don't bomb Syria. Stop war. Don't bomb Syria. Stop. We say welfare. We say welfare.
Books, not bombs!
Keep our libraries open!
Don't bomb Syria.
Stop the war!
Don't bomb Syria.
Fucking bomb the bastards!
Stop the war!
Don't bomb Syria.
Stop the war!
Don't bomb Syria. Don't bomb Syria.
Stop the war!
Don't bomb Syria.
Stop the war!
Don't bomb Syria. We say welfare.
They say warfare!
We say welfare.
Stop the war! Don't bomb Syria! Stop the war! Stop the war! Stop the war! Stop the war! Books, not bombs!
Save our libraries!
Books, not bombs!
Save our libraries!
Stop the war!
Don't bomb Syria!
Stop the war!
Don't bomb Syria.
Stop the war!
Don't bomb Syria.
Books, not bombs!
Save our libraries.
Books, not bombs!
I'd bomb the hell fucking lot of them.
Why is that?
Well, you know, it's a Muslim state, mate, and they're going to fuck us up. They're going to fuck us up. Okay, what?
You shouting at man?
No, I'm sorry, Paul. Sorry, I should have swear at you. But they're going to fuck us up. Muslims are going to fuck us up. So bomb them. And why are we going to bring all these immigrants into our country? I'm homeless. I am a homeless person, and I can't get a house for these bastards. No, the thing is, right, you say to me right now, right? No, I'm not. I'm a Scottishman, through and through, homeless, and I'm in a house. Where am I getting a house? You bring all the immigrants in.
No, it's simple as that though. It's just fucking...
It's not simple, it's not rabbit, isn't it simple as that? It's not simple as that, but you bring all these fucking immigrants in, your refugees in, and we're accepting them with open arms. I'm fucking...
The Scottish are English, or?
I'm Scottish, through and through.
Oh,
so where does...
Come on, man. Hey!
Where does this come from? Where do they get off? I'm sorry, pal. Honestly, right, come on. You're a genuine guy.
Bombs are dropping! Bombs are dropping! Bombs are dropping! Bombs are dropping! We say welfare! We say welfare! Welfare! Welfare!
Nice lady. Solidarity. Solidarity.
Can I just take a couple? It's alright.
One more. Not over till it's over.
Cheers.